Welcome, heroes! So, I'm gonna do a little vlog. It's not something I usually do as a post-fight thing whenever I watch a video. I know I've seen a lot of people do it, but I really want to get my opinion out on the post-fight of Superman and Goku, their rematch. Now, the thing is, you might be thinking, oh, he's a DBZ fan or whatever, so obviously it's gonna be voting for Goku or whatever. No. So, hear me out, and let me explain my reasoning as to why I agree to the end result that they had. Now, they're probably going to be posting this vid soon. I'm doing this vlog early, but I'll be posting it around the time that they post their video, so that way you could see it, so I don't spoil what happens in the fight. You guys get a chance to watch it, and then, you can hear me ramble if you really want to hear me ramble. One of the reasons why I fully agree with their statement is because we have seen the potential of Superman, or at least in one of the comics. He literally becomes a god. That's his potential. So, or at least that might not even be his maximum potential. The ability to destroy and create universes. I mean, I don't know where you go from there, but he gets to there at one point. And Goku, I know he becomes a god. I don't know so much about the gods in the DBZ universes. It just seems like the title was added on so they have some reasoning for why they're stronger, but all in all, they don't feel like gods. They don't create things. They don't control any particular aspects. They mostly just sit around waiting for disasters to happen. They're mostly just overpowered warriors. So I don't know why they're particularly called gods, but that's whatever. But anyways, so the reason why I also agree with this is because I would want to, if Goku were to actually surpass Superman, at that point, how would anybody defeat Goku? Because that means he surpasses all potential, since, as they explain in the video, Superman's character is defined by he has no limit to his potential. He is infinitely strong, or at least he's as strong as he needs to be. He's as fast as he needs to be. Like that ridiculous feat that he pulled, where he flew from one side of the galaxy to the other in mere minutes, which that's not the only time he's done that. There's another one where he flies from Alpha Centauri, or flies to Alpha Centauri and back to get a flower for I think it was for a Lois Lane. I don't know, he's stupid. That's the reason why he wins, because okay, let me step back a bit. I know some of you guys like Superman, and there's reasons to like him and the story that he dictates. Personally, my favorite kind of character types or videos to watch is where a character progresses, as in he gets stronger. It's why I like Dragon Ball Z. And this is also why Goku wouldn't win, because as his storyline is, he meets a foe that's stronger than him and then tries to progress past them. And the said foe is always of a certain strength. Of course, they always have not realistic portrayals of these strengths. They kind of oh, I'm so powerful, I'm the strongest in the galaxy, but I'm gonna take 20 episodes to blow up this planet where you guys probably could have blown it up in I don't know, 5 seconds. But beyond that, it's just essentially what I'm getting at is that because in DBZ, Goku actually has potential to grow. He has the potential to get stronger. He meets new foes, and then he gets stronger to try and surpass them, is the reason why he's a more interesting character. As such, is why he wouldn't beat Superman, because Superman's character is that he's already the strongest. Essentially, he has no limit to his potential, and it's more about if he should or shouldn't do what he's going to do. So, I don't particularly like that type of character. It's why I never watched Superman. But, Goku is still about progressing, getting stronger and whatnot, and that's the kind of story that I like. It's also the reason why he would win. It's just, Superman's already stronger. So that's just the thing. So I guess what I'm getting at is that I agree with their assessment on it. Mostly because if Goku were to get stronger, he would become a boring character to me, and I would never watch Dragon Ball Z ever again, because at that point, he's beaten a character who has no limit. So there's no point for him to grow anymore. He would technically be the strongest character, because he surpassed a character who is trying to be a god. And yeah, whatever. But another thing I wanted to talk about is that I've also noticed, like, the fallout of which people were talking about. I can already see, like, this is of course not going to be the end to the arguments, despite the fact that some of us already have settled on what we believe. There's still going to be people who are going to talk about, like, the various parts in the cinematic, which I notice a lot of times when people make anti-arguments to the video, they always talk about the cinematics, like, oh, but he, like, tanked that Kamehameha, when in other times that he, you know, got shot off by a Kamehameha, or the fact that he shot his brain, but there's no way he could have penetrated his skull because of such and such feat. But it's like you're talking about the cinematics. Cinematics are made to be entertaining. If we were to talk about put the characters at their max potential and have them attack, we'd get a 5-second video. Do you really want that for, like, the big rematch? So it doesn't make any sense to make any nitpicks to the cinematics. Regardless, I know that they have some, like, beliefs with characters and how they interact, but for the most part, all they are doing is they're taking, like, big scenes from the two characters and then just using that as part of the cinematics. Like the fact that Superman took that Kamehameha, there's been instances where he's taken, like, major energy waves and just walked right through it. That was, like, the main reason, I would assume, for that. So it's, I don't know, if anybody who ever, like, tries to discredit them via the cinematics, I don't believe that that's any merit to it, because they're made for entertainment value, not for their feats or display necessarily of their feats. Maybe a little, but mostly for entertainment. So it's not a measure of their ability at all. So if you try to, like, nitpick through that to say why Goku would win, you're already making a fallacy in your argument, because you're basing it off of a fan-made thing. So it's just like that. At that point, you might as well take any kind of fan fiction based on the two characters and use them as feats, because I mean, it's practically the same thing. But yeah, I wanted to get that out there, just like my views of it. Like, if Goku were to ever beat Superman, it's just, I would find him to become uninteresting at that point, which is why I don't want Goku to win. I like him as he is, and also the fact that you're gonna see lots of fallout. Lots of people are going to discuss this still. They're probably still going to demand a rematch, because a lot of the people who can't accept that the other character will win will just peg them until they try to make it so their point is seen. This goes into a lot of the psychology behind this, which is, like, I've mostly been interested in that. Like, the psychology behind why we do these discussions, why we, like, pester each other and try to force each other to believe the opposite, which I think a lot of that lies in that we, at some point in our childhood, grew to love these characters. We've grown to see them to be the strongest character. The characters are too similar, so we want to compare them together, and then we want to make sure to keep that child belief of our character is the strongest, whichever one that you've seen before. But on top of that, there's going to just be a lot of weird random arguments that are just going to attack very arbitrary data. But in the end, remember this, Goku is all about taking these limits and surpassing them. Essentially, he's all about progression, while Superman is always about being at the maximum, but using only what is needed. So in the end, Superman wins just because he's never necessarily using his maximum potential. He's always using as much as needed. And also always remember, they're comic characters. They're always going to be presented in whatever way is most entertaining. So in the end, it doesn't matter who wins or who loses. What matters is who's most entertaining. And Goku is a more entertaining character. So that's all for this vlog. I hope I just got all of that off my chest. I hope you guys enjoy it. I know you're all going to argue so much about who's going to win and whatnot, but don't expect this too often. I just wanted to get that out there because this is a major topic that I've been wanting to talk about, and this will probably be a one-time deal. I might do, like, my theory on the, like, psychology behind why people talk about this, but honestly, I'm never going to really do any of these comic book character comparison discussions because it's stupid. It's more about which character's more entertaining. That would be better. What character is better on the entertaining level? Not which one would beat each other. But if you guys would be interested in that, maybe I'll look into that. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time. Take care and goodbye.